Hello. What's going on? So before we get painting, we've got some prototypes to go through. Um, you guys, you guys ready? I've got a bunch, like a lot. We've got the small Western set, and then maybe, oh, here, that's the little sheriff star. So we got the small Western set. We've got the regular, like the bigger Western set. We've got this one would be mini flower number 3. We kinda have to kinda figure out if we're gonna exclude any. We've got this I think is too small, but this is like a little medical, like nurse slash doctor slash whatever set. Um, we've got a princess set, which maybe we could call this like fantasy set. She has not tried these yet, so I will be the first. Here's our pansy. Um There's an art set, like an art teacher, arts and craft art set, whatever. There's, more of like a school kind of set. There's baby, a baby set. Um, and then she made some lily pads for like the lotus flowers and stuff. And these are parts of a small Greek set, mini Greek set, which I think is already gonna work. But anyways, what do you guys want to start with? So basically, if you guys have never watched me go through prototypes before, this is kind of like me testing them out, and if we need to change anything, we do. We kind of decide what we like, what we don't like, and kind of go from there. This is like part of the production process. So some of these are a little bit more set than others, but anyways, yeah, she's been she works on she always has ideas and stuff. So, all right, let's do the Western set because I feel like that one we've been talking about the longest, right? We'll start with the Western set. Now, again, these are prototypes, so sometimes they're not perfect, and we get them there eventually. So this is the regular set, which is like bigger. Um, so like if you're doing larger mandalas and stuff. So that's like a skull, a cow skull. Let's I guess maybe let's kind of go down the line. Looking pretty good. Let's try that one more time. Uh, Just kind of testing out the different layers of dipping, you know. Okay, so that's like a regular dip, that third one. I over dipped a little bit for that one. That's pretty good. I would say that looks like a skull. What do you guys think? Oh no, I dripped on my paper. Okay. Next up, we're just gonna go down the line. This one is a horse. So this one's an outline of the horse. So, oh, I think I remember the change that she already made on this one. I think she made like the mane a little bit longer so that it kind of came out more like flowy hair. And you can color that like any of these outline tools, you guys can always color in and add your own detail too. Just a little FYI, I like that one. We got a boot, a cowboy boot. Oh, I can't see. Did I overdip? I think we're all right. I might have over dipped on this one. I can't really see. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's great. And you guys can like add on to that, like add a little little oh, well, don't add water, but you can add a little line and do like a little like all right, ouch. Next up, cactus. Now, if you guys have been watching for a while, you've seen that we had a cactus at one point. It never made itself into an actual set. But there are a few people who have a cacti set. There were like 4 or 5 of them out there. Cute. We've got a horseshoe. Mm. So I guess Dory sent Tara a set of cacti tools and she never heard back. So I don't know if Tara actually never got them. This was a while ago. And lastly, a hat. We're doing prototypes. I'm showing off prototypes. So, I got a couple boxes of stuff in today and she sent me a bunch of prototypes to try out. So I figured I would wait for you guys to test them out. All right, so that is the Western set, the larger one. We've got the smaller one, which even though it's the same, we're gonna test it out because we've gotta see how everything stamps. This is a question mark tool. Okay, so we'll just do the smaller set right next to it. There's the skull. I don't want to zoom in too much because I feel like it makes the stamps look kind of big. But let's go in order. Got the horse. So if you see me, I do this with all my tools. As I'm checking, I turn it upside down to make sure that the paint covers everything. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more because apparently it's wanting to focus on this one for some reason. The sheriff's badge. Cacti. Yeah, so this is the smaller cacti. So I guess that's different than that one. Mhm. 'Cause she made the mane longer, didn't she? Wasn't that the feedback that you gave her when she came for the dot meetup? Yeah. So I think that these are the ones that like after they were tested the first time, she made some changes. Oh, sorry, my hands are wet. There's the boot. Nope, not in this go round. There's the hat. I know, right? Starting with the Western set first, since that's the one that we've kind of been talking about the longest, I think. So now this tool is a question mark. This is a sheriff's badge. Now, in my idea, and it might be different, but I'm pretty sure when her and I talked about it, the idea was that you would kind of add like this to it. Something like that. And again, you can color in all of these if you wanted to. Oh, hold on. I gotta I have to figure out which way these go. Okay, there we go. All right. So there's the Western sets. I've got to like put these all somewhere. Okay. What do you guys think? Cool, huh? We'll stamp them all and then we'll kind of go through them and see if we want to change anything. Yeah, yeah. All right, next one. We'll do the baby set because I know we've had a few requests for that kind of thing. Now this set is very big. Don't know if we can get it smaller in size, but also smaller in like the amount of tools, like narrow down the tools. Okay, so we're just gonna test all the ones. So there's your rocking horse. Trying to keep these nice as I go. Hello. Just kind of brushing off a few of the frillies. Oh. So if this ever happens to your tools, all you have to do is just poke out the hole. This one is a little teddy bear. This one I remember from the Pittsburgh meetup. I remember this one stamped awesome. A little onesie. I can't okay, I was gonna say I can't get out of this ad. It happened in secret in the hotel. Yeah. I dropped them off and they go, "You want to test out some prototypes?" And I was like, "Sure." And then it turned into like just me and Dory putzing around with tools and it was fun. I guess her and Paula, well, I know her and Paula were kind of playing with them previously. All right, this tool looks slightly imperfect, but I guess we'll see what happens. She might have done this on purpose to make like a squish factor. Because if I remember correctly, this part, when it was closed, this whole part smushed. So we'll have to play around with that a little bit. Yeah, so that like this needs to be closed in somehow. We've got to play with that. All right. Note. I'll write notes on this and send it to her. A baby bottle. Can't tell what that is. This one is designed now it's not as the corners are rounded because this is kind of designed for you to like, you know, make some like block letters if you wanted to. I held it on an angle. You can do it straight up. And you can stack them like building blocks. Hello. Oops, I didn't get enough paint on that. I got too much paint on that now. Is that me or is that the tool? A little binky. Yeah. We might need to do a squish factor test on this one somehow. Anyways, that one's cute-ish. I feel like we can work on that one just a little bit more. And then these two are actually my favorites. I don't know how these are gonna come out though, because they're a little stringy, so hopefully they they work. Was that water? Oh shoot, that was water. I had a drop of water in there. Little baby feet. They are smaller than the footprints at the beach set, yes. Whoops, I overdipped. Oh, there's a string, that's why. Cute. All right. We'll get them all and then we'll make notes. So that's the baby set. Let's see. Let's do. So the next two sets, well, actually, let's just stamp them and see. Little graduation cap. This one is tentatively called the school set. That's like a little science beaker. I don't remember that one. Do you remember that one? Actually, I'm pretty sure that this was definitely pretty incomplete. She might have only had a few. Now, eventually you guys may recognize certain ones because I know that you guys are trying to zoom in and see the secret box that I posted like of Dory in the car and you were like, I think I see scissors or I think I see whatever. You'll see some of them in here. Not in this set. Well, maybe this set, but in some of the other sets for sure. I definitely over dipped that one. Can you guys tell what that is? I can see that. Yeah. I definitely didn't put enough paint in this or spread this paint out enough. I'm also being careful because I'm afraid to over dip, so because I'm reaching, it's not directly in front of me. I wonder what this looks like if I don't pop the bubbles and then we'll see it Oh, well, that didn't really do it, but okay, let's try it again. The second round. There you go. Yes, we have. It's on the list. I'm not really sure how popular a number set would be, but also, some of these are also very kind of like specific, but hi Dory. We're just going through the prototypes and then we'll kind of look at them after we get them all stamped. Oh, this one should have went earlier. There's this guy too. I think that's it. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally miss one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that is the school set. Oh, that's not the right bag. Wait, what the heck? Where did I put the bag? Oh, it's in my lap. Yeah, I could see a little light bulb. This one is school set question mark. So these are just prototypes, nothing quite set in stone right here, right now. Going along with this set, this is technically a separate potential set. I think some of you guys saw this one. You guys are trying to guess what it was. I think some of you guys were right. We'll do it anyways. That's a diploma underneath the hat. Stamped right on top of a cat hair. Ooh, you made the ruler things longer. Yeah, because you guys can go in with a paint palette with different colors. You can, you know, make little like paints. Tub, are you being bad? Is you licking? Ooh, this looks promising, Dory. It worked. Oh, whatever change you made was great. Yeah. Yeah, you could use it as a comb too, exactly. I guess I lied. I said I didn't try any of these. I did try them, but not since she fixed stuff. Dopey. The Midwest set, is that your favorite? Paintbrush? And this is the last one. Toby. Yeah, it is. A crayon. I need to get um like a box to put all these in. Oh boy. Hold that thought, Tanya, and when we go through them, we'll add little notes to each set. Now, this one I'm really excited for. You said, Dory, I see the note that it needs to be bigger. Kind of hoping not much bigger because I feel like some of these would be really cute small. But I understand, obviously, sometimes it has to happen. So I would say that this could either be a safety pin, but it's not. It is a pill. Now, she had to put those breaks in there because if she didn't, the whole thing would be a bubble. So you can extend it if you wanted to, and you could change the colors at the end. Oops, I missed, but you get what that is. Oh, it's a Band-Aid. LOL. Even cuter. Okay, I can see that for sure. A pill, a pill. Because I'm looking at this set. It looks like a doctor set. That's why I said that. Now, this one, obviously, I think that's why she said it needs to be bigger. This is supposed to be like a heart thing, inside the heart. That's what that's supposed to be. Yeah, it could be a pin, it could be a pill, it could be a Band-Aid. Oh, I see. Yeah, this one right here definitely needs to be bigger. This one is a little nurse hat, and that little blob is supposed to be a plus sign. So that is that, but it's smaller than it should be, just an FYI. She said mini medical need to be bigger. So I told you guys that some of the sets we're coming out with are a little bit more specific. So like we probably won't come out with 100 sets of each unless they're like really wanted, right? All right. This set would be one of the sets that comes out next if we are good with it. Hold on, let me move this. I'm trying not to stick my hand in wet paint. This is the mini flower set number 3. Now this set is big. That's a little nurse that this one is supposed to be a nurse hat. A little nurse hat, but it's supposed to have like a little plus sign in the center. This set is very big. So we might have to narrow it down or split it up or something, but we'll get to it. We're just getting them stamped right now. Mini tulip. The tulip is in a set already, so we just made a mini version of it. But yes, that first flower is new. Indeed, indeed. Let me look at these for a second. Okay, here's the mini open tulip. Again, this is already in a set. Getting water all over me. This is not good. Oh my god, I almost stamped my shirt. That would have pissed me off. Oh, you do? Perfect. Mini tulip. Open tulip. Yeah, like put the ones we already used over here. I'm going like with, well, I guess the first one is something we've never seen, but this one we have seen already. This one is a small lotus flower, so it's just slightly smaller, a little bit different than the one in the pea set, but or the groovy set, but you know, we're trying to make it mini. Um, this one you could not clear the center, or you could clear the center, or not the center, but the leaves, right? There's your stem. I didn't double dip on purpose just for the sake of the trying to get her done. This one we've already seen. If you have the anniversary set, the Highland Cow anniversary set, then you might already have this tool. Otherwise, this one will not be in the regular Highland Cow set that comes out in June. Just a little mini groovy flower. We made the regular flower into the groovy set. Mm, no, we do not. Uh-oh, this one broke, Dory. But anyways, we'll just she doesn't do flex all the time for prototypes, so that's okay. I think it's that one that broke. But it's like kind of like a fan sort of archy kind of thing, which we are working on that in bigger form for something else. Oh, I guess that's what this little piece is, huh? Okay. Now this is a leaf. We'll play with it. It kind of looks like a firework though. We'll probably come out with a more updated holiday set now that we have these outline tool abilities. This is also like a smaller kind of leaf, sort of. And then lastly, this is one that Dory and I were kind of working on together. This one took us forever, and this is the best that we can do. Now, imagine this purple with a yellow center. And maybe we'll do purple on the bigger one. Because oh yeah, those are cute. Pansy. And you can like color this in a little bit if you wanted to, and ombre it, because aren't pansies kind of ombreed? And this is part of like the pansy too, by the way. Because if you guys remember me trying to paint a pansy that one time and I just like absolutely struggled. Anyways. You see the viz? You see the viz? I feel like that looks like a pansy. Right, right, right? What do you guys think? Yeah. So sometimes you have to kind of use your artistic abilities. But there's a smaller pansy now in that one. We're still working on it. We're stamping all of them first, and then we're gonna go over them and, like, I don't wanna say pick them apart, but, we'll talk about it, and if we wanna make changes or wanna add more ideas, we'll write them down, and then I send this page to Dory. Alright, so this one need more paint. She's never tried, and I've never tried. This one, Dory, I think maybe calling it once we, like, figure it out, I think maybe calling it the fantasy set might be cute, but we'll stamp it out and see if I still like that name after I see them all. Alright, so since she's never stamped them before, I might have over dipped a little bit, but, Oh, geez, look what I did. Well, that knuckle print is obviously not part of it's not part of the thing. Let's just move that because that's probably gonna bother me. Alright. Now, these are big. We'll see if she can get them smaller too, okay? Let's try that again because that might have you might need to make the wand part smaller, but we'll add notes to it later. Yeah, I would add that's my first critique on that. That's how I'll sign all my work now. I'll just go like this. I'm gonna hold my immediate thoughts for this right now in my head. What is that? A mirror? Wait, is that a mirror? Hold on. Still holding my immediate thoughts to myself though. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to. A mirror or a potion jar. Yeah, I think it might be a mirror or something, or maybe like a genie jar. Yeah, that's true. A mirror. Okay. So I did it upside down at first. Oh, this is fun. I hope I can get it to stamp right. A little bit of bubble popping. So please hold. I think I went a little heavy on that side whenever I was stamping it into the paint. Like that doesn't even have to, I mean, obviously it could be part of the set, but um that would look cool as like an outer edge kind of design, Little tiara crown thing, yep. It's got potential. It might be a little too swirly, and especially if it was smaller, that I don't think would work, but we'll play around with it a little bit more. Oops. Oh, you guys can't hear my music anyways. Okay, whenever the pictures come through, I will look. Well, actually, here's your crown. Or, well, yeah, okay. So here's one of the crown. Here's another crown. Oops. Was that a paint booger? Sure was. You damn paint booger messing up my design. How dare you? Well, we can tell what side I'm a little bit heavier handed with whenever I press down into paint. Hmm. Yes, these ones, out of all of them that we're testing are very much works in progress. So I don't expect these to be anywhere as stampable as the other ones. That might be what, a queen crown? Because look, if you hear me, if you hear that sound, I don't know if you can. That's just me brushing off some printer fuzzies. Did we get it? That one's pretty cool. I can see it, and you can add like gems and jewels on it. Oh, I see it, Dory. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, I like. Cute, cute, cute. This is supposed to be a mirror. There's a shoe. And I think that's it, right? Let's see. I think I got that all. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, you sent me two mirrors. Okay. Okay, so that's the fantasy set, which she has not tried yet, neither have I. And let's see. Why did you only send me two of the mini Greek? Is it because you know the other ones work? Is that why? Now, don't mind the shortness of these because she doesn't always print the full handle. Um, so anyways, well, that's gonna be fun to clean. Just gonna dunk my whole hand. Where's my napkin? Princess themed. So there's just like some smaller ones, right? Oh, sorry, hold on. There you go. I think there's one more. So a couple different sizes of loti, lotuses, whatever. Um, and oh, perfect. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot I had the mini. I forgot. I do. Yeah, I already have them. This is hold on, let me see the other one. I know I'm off camera. Hold on, I'll move it. So, lily pads and some different lotus flowers. So you could like technically like color that in green and then put the lotus like even on top of it after it dried if you wanted to. Um, one second. Let me get out the mini Greek set because that one will be probably a soon one since we already know that the Greek set works. where there's that one, and this one. I think that's all of them. No, wait, where is the triangle? Here it is. Okay, I think that's all of them. Me too. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember you sending a picture of that. So this is the mini Greek. Obviously, these aren't going to be straight. I'm just trying to get them on here. Ah, I have a hair on me. Was that part of the... Yeah, it was. Never mind. Do 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 do. A swirly. And I'll put this next to a regular Greek in a sec when I'm done with all of these. So you can see the size difference. Yeah, I was watching her design these like in person and I was like, damn. Yeah. All right. So that's the mini. To give you guys an idea. There's some of the bigger ones. Yeah, that's the mini Greek. All right, so let's go over them. So we've got the large Western. Are you thinking about, I know. Are you thinking about adding the this one to this set too? The sheriff star? Like super minis. How do you spell sheriff? One R? So she did try to do a spur and it just kept kind of like pooping out. And this little spot right here was where I accidentally dipped my finger because I was pointing. But you could probably kind of do your own by like just like, kind of just adding to it later, Okay, perfect. And this is the small. Hopefully I'm not sticking my hand in wet paint. Whoops. Western. Baby. School. Art. Okay, anyways, let's start here. You want the horns longer? What if she just did, like, well, I guess you want the skull part, huh? You want a longhorn skull? We'll add that to the notes. Let's do notes. Longhorn skull. I also would be, and this is a big set, so we have to kind of be careful with, um, yeah, I was gonna say, wonder if you could like kind of do it yourself. I'm not the best with like a longhorn, but you can kind of like maybe add to it, if that makes sense. Would that be more like a longhorn? I don't know. Remember, guys, I live in Pennsylvania, so hold on. Um, oh, so it's more like this. That with like the skull. Whoops. Got it. Yeah, that tool would be really big. It would be really, really big. Okay. I don't really have any notes for the Western set. Like I don't really think I would change anything. Because I don't think you could do anything like this. I mean, you might be able to, but I imagine a squish happening. You know what I'm trying to do. Something like that. Like a sunset. Okay. Um, hmm. And you could probably add the dots yourself. That's probably wrong, but anyways. Okay. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We usually do 7 to 8 tools in it to keep them all like, around the same price. Yeah, the detail on the lasso is a lot. Okay. Baby set. I like this one. I like that. Like the idea behind that one's really cute. Love the baby feet. This still needs a little bit of work. Like I had to putz with this one a little bit. I know it's so tiny. Um, do you guys like the teddy bear? What do you guys think of the bear? Oh, okay. Musical set. Heard that. Um, the baby bottle. I don't think you were in here for this. The baby bottle, I had to keep like adding to this. Like I know that you broke it up because when we did the prototype, um it squished, but there was a very obvious break right about here. Like you could see the space right here still. Like something like that. Is that a rattle? I don't know. You guys aren't crazy on the diaper. Is that what you said? Okay, heard. So take this part off. We'll put a question mark. Oops. No diaper. Votes no diaper. Okay. So that would be, do you like the rocking chair? I could see that. Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we can kind of play around with these a little bit more to get them, um, I don't know. Like this might, I don't know. This one, like it has to be small, but I think it's too small. So I'm not sure about that. I like the bottle though. Um, a little rubber ducky is cute. So you'll do it yourself. So the block you can do another one next to it and another one on top and then make your own ones. I wrote the A in it, so it's just an empty rounded square. So you can do that yourself. So this set, she already kind of worked through it. I can show you guys if you'd like, since we're not on TikTok. So her idea for that set would have a couple little pots. And then if you wanted to, you could kind of make little flower pot designs. No, it doesn't. Grant doesn't really. And then this was the other set. Oop. So there would be a mini fleur-de-lis, a mini lotus, a mini seashell. This is a new tool that hasn't come out yet. We're still working on that one. And then did that have a dot? What's that one? That looks like the half flower. Is that a little different? So anyways, so she kind of already was breaking this one up, so we don't really have many notes on that. Whoops. Right. I agree. I love this one so freaking much. I think that if we did this set, um, it would have to be very much seasonal. So like I know we kind of missed it, but we have another chance for it in the fall. There is teacher appreciation later, you know? Or do we kind of like combine these two and like pick our favorites? Like, do we do the apple and this and the ruler and the pencil and the crayon question mark, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You like them separate? You like the book? Can we make the book smaller? I know that this part is gonna be a pain because that. Make a fat pencil. You like the cap and in the diploma. So, okay, so you wanna keep them separate. Alright, we'll keep thinking on these. So keep these 2 separate. Alright, got it. Alright, this needs to be bigger. Um, she said this was supposed to be a Band-Aid. I love this. I love this one. I think that one's great. I like this, but the heart isn't really hearting, but. Um, a bus would be cute. What else am I thinking? Oh, that's a good idea, the test tubes for Halloween. Yeah, but I really love this one a lot. Do we need the heart though? Could we just have the rhythm? Right, because we can make our own heart right above it if we wanted to? Oh my gosh, I can't do this on paper. We could put that there if we wanted to. Take out a leaf. Oh, that's not a pen. Take out a leaf on the apple and just do one little apple leaf. So this set was already like super mini. It's going to be bigger on its own. So we probably could get more of like a band-aid design if it was bigger. This is supposed to have a little plus sign, but it turned into a blob. So the only thing I can see about the syringe, which don't mind me, this part will break or could break pretty easily. I thought it was too. She informed me it was a band-aid. This one, the handle needs to be smaller for sure. But then I think that one is a good one. I think that we need to make the nose a little longer on the unicorn. Um, oh yeah, make the maybe, yeah, square-ish. The mirror might look more like a mirror like that, but also I'm not really sure about it. I think that one's pretty cool, and you can add like dots and jewels and stuff wherever you wanted to, which would be cool. Um, I love this, but it's squishing. This I'm kind of about. I feel like we can make like more of like a kind of not I mean that's very simple, but something like that. More princessy. Obviously, it'll be a little bit more like fancy and girly, but maybe something more like that. Um, the shoe's cute. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, yeah. So she was working on this, but that one obviously didn't work in the small. But that's kind of what you're looking at for that set. That's what it's supposed to kind of stamp with. You said you like this one, Stacy? Okay. Um, yeah, we might not need that part. I almost thought it was a B plug at first. That's that I mean, I knew it wasn't, but to me that's what my brain went to. I like this set. I think it's cute. Um I like the mini, that one, that one's fine. This kind of looks like grass. Yeah. I can see what you mean. I mean, I think that there's a lot of really good starting points, but there's a couple things we need to putz with a little bit more. But if I had to guess, um, this one, the flower one, and maybe these ones probably out next. And we'll continue working on this one. We'll have to figure out these two. There's some really good ones in each of these that I really want to keep for sure. And then we'll see how the bigger version of these maybe stamp, and we'll play around with the crown. It could be perfume. Okay, let me like scratch it out then. Do you like it better without the line? I think that this is supposed to show kind of like the whole part that like that goes on like the head, kind of give it a little bit more dimension. I do also kind of like the bottom line because that I don't know, something about it kind of takes away from it. But you could, yeah, you could go like this, kind of like, I don't know what it's gonna look like if I bring it all the way around, but you could kind of add to it if you wanted to. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, because it would make a bubble. Yeah, yeah, like if I'm looking at it by itself, I don't see a hat without the line. Um, I don't I don't really see it. So I think the line should. But anyways, cute. We got some really good starts. All right, I have to tinkle. And then I'm going to put some tools just away for some sanity. And then we will paint some things finally. That was fun. That's fun. That's fun. I need that's not the right bag, but that's okay. We'll just throw them in here. Okay. BRB. I'm gonna go tinkle, sort of reset myself and get ready to paint. Come on. Okay. Be right back. Okay. La 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 la. Yeah, I think I think we are in a really good spot with some of these. I'm super excited. Good job, Dory. You always seem to impress me more and more and more and more. When I think that you can't anymore, you always do. Because you're so wonderful. Uh, let's put these in a bag. Yes. Oh, I missed one. Hello. We have some animal sets that she's been working through. Just not all the animals like to make themselves look like animals when you stamp them. We're working on it. We're working on it. So we we had a couple new-ish things drop. We Where did I put them? 2 new gauges. Full transparency, this one I believe eventually is going to just replace the 4 and the 4/8. This one is 4/8/16 for the 3" and then we also did a 4" because you guys were asking, so here's one of the 4" this is the only one that we have right now. This one is a 4/8/16. We'll have a 6/12 and a 5/10 eventually, I'm sure, but that is a 4", so those 2 came out tonight. We restocked a bunch of tools, like the fans, the 10 pedals, the geometric set. Um, I wrote it all down. We had a lot. What else am I missing? Um, we came so new. We have the 3" 4/8/16 ornament gauge, the 4" 4/8/16 ornament gauge. We have the extra small suns in flex, that's new. We have the flex fleur de lis, that's new. We have a few of the spooky set in large and small in flex form. So those are like all of those aren't new because we've had them in regular filament, but the flex filament. Restock of the mini flower number 2, the 10 petal flower, the fan, the paisley swirl, the shapes, and all of our ornament gauges. So that's what came in the boxes today, along with the prototypes. Okay, so Tuesday we worked on these 2, and I did finish them last night while I was watching Survivor. So this one I think was done, right? Mostly. So I just kind of add, it's hard to see, but it's got like a purple teal sparkly on it. So I just need to shine up the base and then that'll be done. And I have to put resin. And then I did the same thing with that one where I added some sparkles. I know that's all. So I tested it. It's not terrible. So the thing about hold on, let me get one of the regular, like the non-stiff. So really, oh, I just destroyed that. Really the stiff flex, like it doesn't go like that. So it's just a little bit harder. So sometimes when you put your ornament in, you have to press a little bit harder to get it to pop in because it doesn't like expand as much. And then there's a little thing. So you can think about it this way, Moonbeam. It's adding the ability for people to create. So some people the accessibility, some people need that little extra help, whether it be because of health issues, they shake, they can't hold things correctly. So not everybody has to use the tools, but it's fun to add a little extra accessibility and some fun into the art. So, anyways, so the ones I did last night when I was watching Survivor, this one is pretty. It's like a teal and green. And then this one I thought was just like a fun color palette. It's one of the ones that I just had off to the side. So, you know, the 3D tools aren't for everyone, but they're super popular for a lot of people. And art is art. It takes a lot of practice to do everything. You don't just stamp and go. Anyway, so there's that one. This one's like orange, like a orange blue kind of melon kind of sparkle. Really pretty. So these are the 2 I did last night without you guys. Sorry. So, they just need resin on the bottom. Thank you. Okay, so before I spoil anything, who has not watched Survivor yet? Who wants to? And what color palette do you guys wanna do next? That's alright, they're probably not watching anymore. They probably, didn't think about the reasons why behind things. It's alright. So without spoiling it, did you guys notice that Jeff screwed up? Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Yeah. Take away the accessibility, which I'm not, but, like, if you just take away that point, which is a really good point to make, just working smarter, not harder is obviously awesome. Um, I was sitting there painting. So, for anybody who doesn't really watch Survivor, they have a fire challenge usually, um, to, like, vote off, like, basically the last person. Whoever doesn't make the fire the fastest, gets kicked off. And so they were about to do the fire challenge, and then they panned over to, like, the live kinda thing, and he starts talking. He goes, "All right, let's bring so and so out," and started talking about, like, not doing fire, and I was like, "Wait a minute. Did I just miss the entire fire challenge?" So, like, I know mistakes happen, and honestly, for Jeff, like, that's, like, the first time that's ever happened, so, like, it's fine. But it was, like, the teleprompter, and he was, like, reading off it. Anyways, I I was a little disappointed that we didn't actually. I mean, we did eventually get to watch the fire, but we already knew who lost, so, like, that kinda took the fun away from it because I kinda wait for that at the end, you know? But I was going back and forth on who I wanted to win, because I really loved, Joe in his season, and I really loved Jonathan in his season, but I wasn't a huge fan. No, he just played it off like it was on purpose. Um But I wasn't really crazy with either of them this season, but at the end, I was like, I don't think he's gonna win, but I'm gonna, like, root for Jonathan. Um, but yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of who won. I was kinda like, I don't really like them." But Deb knew who was gonna win the whole time, she was calling it. Yeah, I was so confused. I was sitting there and I was like, "No, no way. Did that just really happen?" And they're all the jury's just kinda like, "Wait, you didn't play the fire scene yet. The fire scene didn't happen yet." Yeah, she does. She does, she does. It's alright. Opinions are like assholes, right? Everybody's got one, but sometimes opinions stink. Sometimes assholes stink. Oh, yeah, me too. But I also feel like if Tiff got to the end, she would win. Like, I think that they were kinda, like, damned if they do, damned if they don't. Like, I don't think any of the boys were gonna win. I think it was either Tiff or Aubrey. Even though I didn't really like Tiff that much. I felt like it was one or the other. But maybe not. Yeah, full of shit and everyone has one. I get a little defensive when people say stuff about the tools because I know how hard Dory works on them, and I don't want anybody to, like, discredit her hard work, even though I know that all of us all of us know that she works her freaking butt off. But I hate it when anybody has, like, a negative opinion about, like, whether or not it's, like, you know, a good thing to have and whatnot. I think it's great, I think that it's awesome that she's able to come up with all of these different tools, and I think that it's awesome that it just allows for a lot of artistic expression and, allows anybody to use them, not just people who can, already paint. Yeah. exactly. Nobody's forcing anyone to buy the tools. You guys buy them if you want to. I know. Oh my gosh. I was screaming at the TV. I was like, "Play your idol. Play your idol." Yeah, yeah, there's really no rules with art. I just grabbed this light blue without any other plan for the colors I was gonna use. Dang it. Yeah, yeah, you don't even have to use them for dotting. You could make greeting cards and everything else. All right, I have an idea. Just kidding. We're good. We're back on track. We're gonna do like a southwesterny western kind of. Yeah, you're welcome, Dory. I got you. I know it really is my comfort color. I can't help it. I see blue and I go, yes, let's use it. And I'm realizing now because I got thrown off by that comment, I did this part first, and I usually do this after I do the circle around it, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing else like them like that. They're so unique. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of come up with like a southwestern sort of, turquoisey, like, kind of color palette. Yep, it's all right. It's all right. I may not be the best at expressing my mind, but I definitely get a little protective when someone tries to discredit the hard work of others. I mean, also myself, but when it comes to like my friends, I'm definitely more ready to step up in defense than I am in my for my own self. I don't know. Sure. You can use these as like a jewelry dish, like a small trinket dish. I would use this for me, if I took my rings off, I would put all my jewelry in it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of the goal, you know? I don't ever and that's why, like, one of the reasons I never joined TikTok Shop well, one of the reasons I didn't join TikTok Shop is because I don't want to, like, I don't wanna be the business that's always just trying to, like, sell you something. And obviously, I have to use them too. And part of the job is to show you how you can use them, even though I know you guys are creative on your own too. Sometimes just seeing something in a design makes you go, oh, I didn't think I needed that set, but maybe I do now. Like the geometric set, for example. There were a few of you guys, after I started doing the patriotic design that were like, oh, I need that. I need the geometric set now. Right. Exactly. People maybe eventually will learn this is not the place for that kind of um discussion because I mean I could have just sat back and let you guys handle it if I really wanted to. They'll learn. We are nice in here, but we protect each other. Promise. Yeah, I just tell you guys what's available and kind of let you guys make your own decision. I know. Well, with the internet, people are always going to post their opinion even when it's not necessarily needed. That's just how it is. Oh, very good. There you go. Yeah. I think, I mean, I said it earlier. I think that some of those tools are definitely very specific. I know that not everybody's gonna want, each set equally, right? And that's totally fine. There are certain sets that obviously are a little bit more well-rounded for everyone, and then other, if you don't have like a teacher or, whatever in your life, then maybe the teacher set is not something that's on your radar to purchase, which is totally cool. But there might be another set that you might like better. It's for everyone. Oh, look at that. Bringing in some Americana. They'll be here. They'll be here. Yeah, I don't think everybody grew up watching Bambi. The Thumper's words of wisdom are not always in people's brains. I lost my circle. That's all right. We'll pretend it's right here. Yeah, what the heck? Judy, that reminds me of the one time I was at the grocery store with Scott and some old lady in the produce section like chose to just get super offended about the shirt he was wearing. And he said something like, "Well, it's a good thing you're not wearing it," or something like that. And I I had to walk away because I was like, "Oh God." Yeah, or Mr. Rogers. You know for a fact I grew up watching him. Can I fit four? We're gonna try it. We might have to squeeze, but I definitely don't think that I can do three. I'll definitely not have enough room. Good enough for me, pretty not perfect. I know, same, same. Like I'll like go through conversations in my head and be like, "Oh man, why did I say that?" Or why didn't I say that? Do we need like an aloe green in here? Yes, and like a maroonish. Okay, let's do maroon's hard because it dries really. We can use that as a top dot though. Okay, let's do. Well, no, I was pretty much just doing the same color, the same design I was doing on these because I really like it right now. So I'm just kind of changing up the colors. Right, yeah. Good for you. Good for you. It's not your shirt. Yep. Heather will see it. She'll go, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Uh-oh, here she goes." I chose to use persimmon, instead of red spice, but they are very close. Red spice would be a pretty color in with that. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you gotta tell Heather to stand down. You'll be like, it's fine, don't worry about it." Yep, it means If you don't tell her otherwise, she about to go off. Oh, these are in my way. Let's see. Oh, I hope I have another one of these. I don't think I do. Yikes. Nope, about to put that on my list. What's this? Gray. Way to put bleach sand on the list. Because Jenna is pretty much out of that. Where's my pen? Out of reach. Is that even a cut? Like, is that color? Does that color still exist? Maybe that's why I don't have any more of it. Oh, I saw that, Gren. That's very sad. What do you mean? What do you mean, Rosie? Yeah, I know. Unhappy people are trying to cramp our style. It's all right. Bleached sand was the color. Or it might just be a color I don't use very often and I just like don't realize I don't have a backup of it because I just don't use it very often. But it is old and I definitely need a new one. I think I thought of this last time whenever I went to use it. It was like, oh shoot. Oh, okay. Good. I know that they discontinued sand, which is so stupid. Yeah, not in here. Keep your opinions to yourself. Oh, that happened to me one time. Do we know what happened though? Like, I think, well, they just said like it was unreleased, at least at the time that I read about it. Didn't he like, and I saw some people go, wait, he was just driving on Sunday. Like, what the heck? I have never been a race person, like NASCAR, any of that's never been my thing. But I did recognize the name, so I knew he was a little bit bigger. Ooh, oh no. Wonder if it like went to his brain or something. Sinuses are no fun. I I mean it was still my fault, Rosie. Years ago, I was sitting at like a red light and right next to like the road was a gas station, right? And I was in a big car, so like I didn't see any little cars, in my blind spot. And this lady was she definitely wasn't in the right, but because I backed up, and hit her, it was my fault, which is fine. I'm not saying it wasn't. Um she started like poking out of the gas station to kind of like get her way into the road, into the line so that she didn't have to wait for cars to let her in to the lane, right? So she shouldn't have been where she was, but She was, and I didn't see her. So, I thought I was a little bit too far out into the intersection, so I was like, "Let me just back up a couple feet." And unfortunately, since she was sticking out, I, like, kinda got her with, like, the corner of my bumper. Had she not been there, I wouldn't have hit anything, but that's besides the point. So anyways, we pull into a parking lot, like, right next to the gas station, and, I mean, I have never been in a like, an accident before that, so, like, I didn't know where my registration was, and I was, like, panicking, and she was like, "No, no, it's fine, like, I don't have mine either," and we exchanged numbers, and that was that, right? So I decided, well, I'm gonna call my insurance just in case she reported something, because, like, I hadn't heard about anything for, like, a couple days, and I was kind of assuming, like, someone would reach out to me, and they didn't. So I call my insurance company, and sure enough, the lady had called, and what she told them was so, like, in in where I was, there was, like, a straight lane, and then there was a left turn lane, okay? And the gas station was over here. So, let's say I was, like, right here. She was poked out like this trying to, like, get her way in. So when I backed up, the corner of my bumper hit her, like, right in the middle, right? So what she told the insurance was that I don't even know how it happened. Oh, was that she was turning left, and I just reversed it into her. I don't know. So I kind of, like, giggled, and I was, like, talking to the insurance people. I said, "Listen, like, I'm not gonna say it's not my fault. Like, I'm definitely like, it was. I hit her." I said, "But can you please just look at the pictures and see, like, how my story 100% matches up with what happened in hers?" Like, I was like, "There's no way the corner of my freaking ass hit her straight on." And they were like, "Oh, yeah, like, you definitely told the truth, like, she's definitely lying, but yes, since you hit her, it's your fault." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I get it." But I was like, "Man, what a biatch." He passed away. Oh, ooh, that's scary. Life is short, guys. Yeah, but I was mad because I was like, "Bitch, I wouldn't even have hit you had you not, like, been doing that, but it's my responsibility. I should have seen you in my blind spot somehow." Whatever. It's fine, it wasn't, like, a big deal. She had, like, a dent, in her grill, like, it wasn't even, like, a really, really bad damage. And I just popped out my corner because it was, like, plastic, So, like, it was fine, but I was annoyed. She's like, "Yeah, good thing you called, cause yeah, she reported it." And I'm like, "That bitch." I was supposed to get a call, I thought. And they were like, "Well, it's always good to call just in case." And I was like, "Yeah, well, that's why I did, cause I didn't hear anything." Oh, family sometimes can be super dirty. I'm sorry about that. I'm quite thankful that my immediate family would never do anything like that. I mean, I don't think any of my family would, but I know for a fact my immediate family would never. Ugh. Oh no. Yeah, that's not fun. Money can do some really nasty things to people. Um, like when family members pass away, you really sometimes start to see the true colors of, your family, and it's actually very sad. Yeah, sometimes you just need to advocate for them. Right. Ugh. I was, I was watching this video, and, it was, like, one of those, like, those insurance people on TikTok, they'll, like, record, like, the phone call that they have with people, and, I don't she didn't obviously disclose, like, what it was, but I guess the incident went viral, and it was, like, very obvious whose fault it was. And the caller, that the person she was talking, or I guess it wasn't like the person, it was like their insurance. So like the insurance, I guess, was talking to the other insurance people, and they were like, "Yeah, like I'm guessing you didn't see the video," and they were like, "No, what video?" And she was like, "Well, it's very obvious," and they were like, "Oh, so they totally lied," and she was like, "Yes." Oh, thanks, Heather. I didn't even see that. Oh gosh. I know, Judy. It's not fun. Not fun. Yeah, I was too busy working on my swooshes. I'm excited to bring top dots into this because I feel like I can really like knock out this color palette with top dots. Oh, I want to tell you guys about a new product I tried. You guys want to hear? So I think I touched on it at some point. I don't know which platform I was on, but I did take advantage of the flash sale that Resin Rockers had on resin, because even though I am not out of the stuff I have right now, I will be eventually. And I'd be mad at myself if I didn't take advantage of a 35% off flash sale, especially on something so expensive as that. Um and like me, my typical girl math brain, I go, well, before I check out, let me see if there's anything else worth my money. If I'm going to be paying for shipping, I might as well make sure I get everything I want in this order. And I noticed that they had a new product, a new UV resin. Actually, I have two things to tell you guys. First of all, it's the resin. Um, and I was like, "Wait, did they change their UV?" And I just didn't know. And then I looked into it a little bit further, and I read the description, and I looked at the picture, and I was like, "Oh, it's a new UV resin." It is thick UV resin. So I don't know if anybody else has had this problem. You guys probably have. But sometimes when I'm putting UV resin on top of like certain letter keychains, like that's usually when I use it the most. Like the letter like M, the certain parts of the letter M like to let resin kinda, like, leak through, and sometimes it completely ruins the entire keychain, and I can't fix it, and I just throw it out, and it's, like, super frustrating. So anyways, um, the original UV is thinner, and it's nice, like, I don't, have any issues with it, but sometimes when I'm making things, I get a little frustrated. So this resin is made to dome, so it's thicker, and so it doesn't level out as quickly. So you can use it on pieces that, like, you can even use them on like cabochons and stuff, and it kind of makes more of like a bubble layer instead of more of like a flat resin layer. So I got that and I tried it out and I really like it. So if anybody also saw that, it is JGrondz approved. Speaking of UV resin, I've been thinking recently, because I keep watching people use resin on UV resin on certain things, and it's not just like regular art people, it's like resin, like people who sell that stuff, right? They're using it on things like one of my things about UV resin is, like, I've always said, like, if you can't see through the base, don't use it, which it makes sense, right? It can't cure. So I decided to reach out to Mandy from Resin Rockers and be like, "Listen, I have a question about UV resin, because I'm just like, am I overthinking it? Am I like being too paranoid and safe? Like, I thought you could, like, I was like, why do you and people use it on like necklace bezels when you can't see through the bottom? Like, isn't it not curing? Like, I just, I'm telling you guys one thing, but I keep seeing everybody use it a different way, and I'm like, "What is right?" You know? So I reached out to her and she was like, "So the big issue with UV resin is when you mix like a dark glitter or like a black pigment or something into that resin, the light can't penetrate through. When you put it on a layer of something like like she literally said, you can use it on a coaster, you can use it on this, you can use it on that. I don't because it's expensive and two parts just better in my opinion. But she said you could. It needs to penetrate through the layer of resin. So it needs to be thinner. You don't want to like, put it like this deep, but if you have like a thin layer of UV resin, the light can penetrate through and it's fine. It's when you mix something dark into it that the light can't penetrate through the clear resin itself. Does that make sense? So, I learned something the other day. I still wouldn't recommend it you oh shit. I still wouldn't recommend using it on like coasters and stuff because I feel like UV resin's expensive and I mean so is two part, but you can, I feel like, get more bang with your buck when you just use two-part resin on certain things and, UV resin on another. I know. So now I'm like, I wouldn't feel as bad using it on like a necklace or something. Because I typically only use UV resin on like little glitter earrings as like a top coat or like keychains. I don't ever use it on anything else. But she made me feel a little bit better. And kind of was like, nope, you can totally use it. So there you go, coming from the resin person herself. Because I know some of you guys are scared of two-part epoxy, but you've been thinking about using UV. Um, More bang for your buck to use two-part, but I get it. Of course. Yeah, I've been meaning to message her. And then Sparkle Lisa was like, "Hey, did you ask her?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." So I shot her, I shot her. Yeah, I shot her a Facebook message and I was like, "Hi, can you help me?" Right? That would be nice. Although, I don't know, I'm kind of a scaredy cat. I hear something go bump in the night, I might freak out. I watch too many, like, scary things when I'm just sitting here painting by myself. Netflix is great, but it also opens up to, like, a lot of, like, "Ooh, I didn't think about that." Ooh, what kind of big project? What do you mean by that? That's true. Heather and I will just we'll bunk together, it'll be fine. Ooh, fun. I think, hopefully this weekend I'll be able to finish some VIP planning because I changed up a bunch of ideas and so now June is not finished like it originally was, but it's okay. I have a plan. It's in my mind. I need to do it. I think it's gonna look very cool. It'll be a stash jar, by the way. I have an idea, but I just need to do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the last one. Have a good night. You and your machete. So my aunt and my mom came over today for a little bit. And like neither of them have ever been to my apartment. My dad's been here, my sister's been here, but my mom has never been here. Because I went out to dinner with my mom and my aunt and my great aunt today, or I mean lunch. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm literally right over the hill. Might as well just stop by." And they walked in and they go, "Oh my God, I thought you had so much more space than this." They were shocked with how, and some of you guys who came to the Pittsburgh retreat, some of you guys were able to make a stop into my apartment and meet Mr. Kitty and everything. So you guys know how small of a space I have. It does look bigger on camera, but when you're actually like in here, you see I don't have much room. And they were like, "You need to get somewhere else." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I know." He's a ladies' man. I think it was the way my aunt and my mom were talking to him. I mean, he knows my mom. He used to live with, I used to live with them and stuff, but he was purring up a storm. My mom even got to pick him up and she snuggled him for a little bit. I'm like, "You remember grandma?" My mom's like, "Stop it." She used to get mad when I'd refer to her as grandma with the cat, but now since she's pretty much like settled on the fact that like she's really just gonna have fur grandchildren probably for the rest of her life, she's like kind of more okay with it. They were like, "He's too skinny." And I said, "He's gained a little bit of weight, but yes, I agree. He's just a skinny mini boy." Oh, let me look. Yeah, he was just hanging out on his house and sleeping most of the time. Oh, that's not the right Facebook. Yes. I cleaned a lot yesterday and this morning because my mom's a neat freak. Oh, that one's gonna be cool. Really cool color palette, Rosie. I just like put some stuff away is really what I did, because there's really not much that I can necessarily like clean. I'm just like out of space, there's just too much stuff. But I did like I straightened up the kitchen, and like kind of strategically like put things away in here and like place certain things on and around my desk so that they could look at them. But yeah, they were pretty shocked. And then I took her into the guinea pig room and they were like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Jenna." And I was like, "I know, I don't have space." I like showed them all the closets that, just we really don't have closets. I showed them my dishwasher and they thought it was pretty funny, but they were like, "Why don't you have maintenance fix it?" And I was like, "It's not that it's broken. They literally came to fix it and they told me it wasn't broken. It was just a shitty dishwasher and didn't wash dishes super well." Yeah, I mean it's cute. It would be better, obviously. I feel like we would obviously have more room if I didn't run my business out of it, but 'tis what it is. I do with my space what I can. Yeah. And I said also, like, not allowed to hang anything on the walls, but look what I did. So yeah, it was nice. Now my mom can't say that she's never been to my apartment. But I also was like, and this is why whenever you make a comment about you girls really need to host the holidays, why I say I can't. I was like, can you imagine all of us in here trying to have like Christmas or Thanksgiving? Like there's literally no way. There's no way. No way. I was like, "I don't even have a dining room. My dining room is my art space. What, you want us all to just, like, sit on pillows around, like, our little coffee table for dinner? Is that what you want?" Like I was like, "Maybe Marina's house," but even then, probably not. But, like, what we've been doing around the holidays is, like, my sister and I will go over early and we'll help my mom cook, you know? I'm like, "You don't have to do everything, and we'll take care of the dishes and putting everything away. Like, you just have to host the space, you know, and cook a few things because there's just certain things my mom makes that, like, have to be at the holiday meals, you know what I mean? Is tomorrow Friday already? My goodness. I love this color. If you guys don't have this color, this is, like, probably, like, the perfect tasting coffee color, you know, in my opinion. Like, if my coffee is this color, I know it's gonna be a good coffee. It's called Antique White, and it is a color that's online only, but it is very pretty. It's a nice, like, tan kinda color, like a khaki sorta color. It's a good color. So, her stuffing, I don't like stuffing, but her stuffing is amazing. Um, her cranberry sauce. Um, on Christmas, she has to make, or Christmas Eve, I guess, she has to make her, what's it called? I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. It's salted cod and potatoes. I want, like, my brain wants to say halushki, but I know it's not that. Um, it's Italian. Salted cod, bacala, not baklava, bacala. She has to make that. Like, that's like a requirement. I never liked it when I was younger, but the last, like, probably 10 years of my life, I've loved it. Like, that's the one thing, if I take leftovers, like, I take that. And me and my dad kind of fight over it because, like, he wants it all to himself, and I'm like, "No, nope." I know, we'll just have to sit in my parents' backyard if we have to and just wait for a cardinal to come. Yeah, of all the birds that she wanted to see a blue jay, and she wanted to see a cardinal, and I thought for a frickin' fact that there'd be no, I was like, when she said that, I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, you'll probably see a cardinal, but I doubt you'll see a blue jay," because I almost never see blue jays. Like, I see them a couple times a year, but I see cardinals, like, way more often here. And that was one of the first animals that on her bucket list that she saw, and then when she was here, she wasn't with me. I saw 3 all in one spot, 3 blue jays. I'm like, "I have never seen that before." But it must be because I was, like, looking. I was actively looking for different, like, birds and animals when I was out and about. Yeah, she didn't see a hummingbird, which is sad. You could see hummingbirds at my parents' house in the spring and summer. My parents have, and we're gonna go through this frickin', like, whatever again. Is it Rose of Sharon? Sometimes they're pink, sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're blue. They bloom for, like, a second, and then they drop their flowers, and their flowers, like, rot away and get all slippery, and if you don't sweep them up, then you fall on your ass. Is that what they're called? But the hummingbirds love that bush, tree, whatever. I know. They don't get that, they go back, like, late mid to late August, I think. You did see a dragonfly, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. Usually over here, we have, like, the really pretty, like, green, like, teal color shifty ones. But I don't if you'll see them near, like, a pond, but I don't see dragonflies that often either. Yeah. Oh, guys, I have good news, guess what? So my mom was like, "I don't know what to get you for your birthday. I don't wanna get anything off your Pinterest list," and I was like, "Why? That's, like, the stuff I want." But then I was, like, sitting on the couch, and I was like, "Actually, I wonder if I can get her to buy me Breaking Benjamin tickets." So I texted her, and I sent her a screenshot, and I said, "I would like 2, please, 1 for me and 1 for my sister so that she can go with me," and she goes, "Well, I already bought Marina her birthday presents." I said, "No, buy me 2 tickets, and I get to bring my concert buddy, which is my sister." So she's like, "Okay, why don't you buy them, and then I'll just transfer the money to your account." So guess who's going to Breaking Benjamin in September? Whoop, whoop. I'm so excited. So excited. 'Cause I was like, "Yeah, I do really wanna go. I do really wanna go." They're touring with Starset, Mel. So I'm hoping that they'll play our song. I feel like they have to, right? I mean, if they're touring with them, they've got to. Like, there's just I don't know. And I think maybe I don't remember who the other band is. Maybe Bush? I don't know. I don't know. That might have been last year. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good show, even though the venue that I'm going to is, like, my least favorite venue in Pittsburgh. I absolutely fucking hate it, but it's closer to me than it is to, like, my parents and my sister and stuff, but, like, it's the parking situation. Ugh. It's one of those things where it takes forever to get in because, like, everybody just is in a line, and then it takes forever to get out, and there's really no good spot to be, like, you're better off almost, like, Ubering, but it still sucks. Um, and it's, like, all outside, and if it's hot as hell, like, you're kinda screwed, but, like, whatever. They're lawn seats, but I feel like every time I've been there except my very first ever concert it's been general admission lawn because like, meh. Yes, I'll show you the bottle. Oops, that fell. It's a white bottle instead of black. Well, both bottles are black, but so this is the original UV resin, their original hard type, and then there's the high viscosity. This is the new one. You're like, "How dare you? How dare you do that while I was away in the US? Come back." Nintendo, oh, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. I feel like I'm missing something on this, but maybe I'm not. No, just Top Dots. Top Dots bring it to life. Crap. What game did I just Oh, you know what game I played for the first time ever? Mario Party. Last year I played it with Ashley and everyone. So yes and no. Like I did have a code and it was either Jenna or Jenna 10 or something like that. But half the time people say it doesn't work. And I know that it has to somehow because I every once in a while I get an email about it. So you might have to go through my link tree because I do have like Resin Rockers, like the affiliate link on there. But if you haven't ever purchased from them before, you can't use my code. Even if I had a code, you can't use it. Whoops, sorry, that was a not fun sound. Thanks. I wasn't sure what color palette I wanted to do, and I instinctively chose blue, and then I'm like, shoot. But I decided to kind of go more like Southwestern. Yeah, is their flash sale still happening? I didn't get the UV resin on sale. The only resin that was on sale was the two part. Like I paid full price for the new UV resin, but it's fine. I wanted to try it. Um, and so when I was talking to Mandy about it, about like UV resin, I also told her like, "Hey, I really like the new UV." And then she goes, "Look what else is coming out." And she showed it was a picture of someone holding one of the lights. Um, they're coming out with a giant, like a big boy UV light. Like it's like 3, 4 times the size of their normal lamp. I have no idea how much that's gonna be. I know it's probably gonna be a pretty penny, but you can cure a bunch of shit underneath that. And I was like, "Damn, girl." We've been mutual since like the very beginning. Um, I kind of just like, you know, she watches me in silence and I do the same thing and every once in a while we'll connect and be like, "Hi, how's life?" Oh, wow. On what? The queen of color palettes. Well, thank you. Did I order too soon? That's gonna be annoying. Because now I really don't need anything else. I had like half of my gallon left of my regular resin, and I got another gallon just to have it because I know I'll be using it. When I got the new UV. Ew, gross. And resin's not the best way to preserve um this kind of, any type of organic material, I suppose. Unless it's like dried out. You think I'm gonna fit? I hope so. That's what she said. That's what he said. Good enough for me. Right. Yeah, I mean, I saved a pretty penny on resin the other day. I think it was 30% off when I got it. Um, it is UV, but it's high viscosity. Have you ever used their regular UV, Terry? High viscosity is like it's thicker. We might have to do a little like a little like science project. But it's just thicker. So like their regular kind of like levels out, which is it's fine, like it's nice. But sometimes I feel like it'll level out before you can get it to cure and then it drips everywhere and you're like, "Damn it." This stuff is made for like dome coats in jewelry and like on like little keychains and things like that. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So it's thick. But it works really well. I already tried it on some earrings that typically like to drip and annoy me, and it was amazing. I'm glad. Well, yeah, so that's the hard part when you put double-sided resin is, like, if it drips, you're kinda screwed. Um, you really need to have a nice level surface, and you kinda have to just be really careful and cross your fingers and hope it doesn't drip over. I guess, like, the best thing that you could do, is, like, you'll have to take it slow. So, um if you do one side and you get it nice and perfect, let it cure for, 3, 4 days so that you know that it is, like, scratch proof and stuff. And then you might wanna tape it off, and then that way, if it does drip, you don't have to worry about it. You can just pull it right off, pull the tape right off. But I know that it's a pain. Like, when you said that, I was kinda like, "Ooh, good luck." Like, I know I would probably only do one side. And then the other side would just get like a glossy varnish or something. We need like oh, I know what we need. We need like a dark brown. Oh yeah, that would be I probably never do double-sided resin on purpose because I know that I would just hate my life the entire time. Yep. Whenever I'm doing like little letter keychains, I just throw them out. Like there's just no, nope. I'll just take the loss because it's just the headache of trying to fix it and like not always being successful. I just throw them out. But hopefully with this new high viscosity stuff, I really won't have to worry about it. Damn, that's a lot. Good job. So what you like did like the front and then on the back did you do like the number and stuff in vinyl or like the year or something? Oh, yeah, I was asking, like, you did, like, the painted design on the front, and on the back, did you do, like, the number or, like, the year or something? Like, what or did you paint both sides? I guess I was just trying to figure out, like, did you really needed to put resin on both sides? Obviously, lesson learned. You're almost done, so not not no use changing it now, but if you were to ever do it again, maybe only I would glossy clear coat the back and call it a night. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Whew. Yeah, that was a project. But hey, having like 5 that you have to redo and that's it out of 50 some, I feel like, I feel like that's a pretty good win, frustrating as it is. We're going southwesterny, so I'm kinda thinking of, like, that area in a way. Mhm. I was like, the in this at least for this, like, I was thinking, like, Arizona, over there. Yeah, you're like, "Alright, it's over with, I don't have to worry about it anymore." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't usually count, but for these ones, I have been. No, just in the bottom. So I do triple thick on the entire thing, and then I pour some resin, some two-part, I don't do UV. Um, I pour enough resin to kinda coat 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 to coat the bottom, and then I kinda just go like this, and then I let it cure. So basically the resin just coats the painted part. Yeah. I don't know how many dots this is, but we're gonna start with skipping every other, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, I did a couple color palettes that I typically wouldn't do. Just kidding, so far it's really just 1 and this one. So I guess technically 2 once this one is done. Out of the 4 that are done, 2 of them are definitely color palettes that you've seen me do before or would, think that it would be very normal for me to do those color palettes. But I went a little bit out of my comfort zone just because I know that not everybody likes the same colors that I'm drawn to, and I'm not really making these for myself, so but I went back to Michael's and I got more of these because I only bought 4 and I painted those pretty quickly and I was like, "Oh, man, hyperfixation. These are fun." Because I mean, I did these a couple of years ago. I didn't do them this big, like, the ones that I did were a lot smaller, and I loved them. I remember I hyperfixated on them for a while, and I did a bunch of them for my show, but I haven't done them since. Um, so I figured might as well. Be careful with the Hoblob resin. I don't wanna, like, steer you to, like, pay more money necessarily, but, unless you bought the Resin Rockers resin from Hobby Lobby, I personally don't recommend, um, craft store resin because it's stinky, and, I know more people who wind up having contact dermatitis, and, like, allergic reactions long term, to, like, cheaper store-bought resin than they do to others. Oh, perfect. Then yes. Good, good, good. Yes, get that to try, and if you like it, get the bigger bottle from their website because it is more cost effective to buy, a bigger amount, but if you're just trying it for the first time, yeah, the smaller one from Resin Rockers or from Hobby Lobby, the Resin Rockers at Hobby Lobby is a good place to start, yeah. Okay, good. These are 4-inch. The inside is not quite 4-inch, it's like 3 point something, um, but it's like 3 and a quarter, 3.5 on the inside. Well, they didn't always have resin rockers at Hobby Lobby. This is, like a couple years, maybe max like 2 years or so. I remember when they announced that they got into Hobby Lobby, but it's, 2 small, like, bottles, it's 2-part resin, so you mix together, and it's about almost, it's like 20 it's either 25 or 30 bucks, somewhere around then. But it comes with some gloves, it comes with, like, a mixing cup, some popsicle sticks, stuff like that, and, so, like, you're kinda paying for the extra materials that are in that kit, um, and, like, the bottles, like, they don't last me long at all. It's my emergency, like, if I run out, and I didn't order any online, like, I'll run to Hobby Lobby and get a thing just to, like, hold me over, but it is more cost effective definitely to buy, like, the bigger amounts on their website. Yeah, it's in, like, the soap aisle, the soap making aisle, there's some resin molds and stuff, and there's a couple different boxes of resin, and there's one that says Resin Rockers. I did put a couple ghosts in them, yeah. Ouch. Mhm. I've never heard of that one. Art shattered resin? I've never heard of that. Yes, I have some stuff that I'll replenish you whenever I send you your box of stuff. Are you still on the, like, liquid stuff, or did you, have you broken into your powdered lemonade yet, Paula? There's some I can't remember what brand that I got for, like, I got it on Amazon. Um, I used it last year for keychains because, like, I'm mixing glitter in it, so, like, it's okay if it ambers over time because 'cause you're really not gonna see it. Because, like, when I do keychains, like, I go through resin like nobody's freaking business, and I didn't wanna use up all my resin rockers, so oops, I'll go back over that with black. I don't remember what brand it was. It was good, I just don't know, like, long term, like, if I were to use it as a top coat, how well it would stay, before it ambered. Because most resins, they amber very quickly, within, like, a couple years, sometimes sooner. And Resin Rockers it just hasn't yet, like, I don't know, they have some freaking wizardry in their resin, but, I mean, obviously, it will eventually, all resin will, but theirs just stays crystal clear. Whoops. Well, I think I got you 2 of the raspberry I can get you more, but I got you 2 of the raspberry, and I got you let's see. Yeah, so I got you 2 of these because I know you like them. And then I got you, because you haven't tried tea, I got you peach tea and I got you a raspberry tea. Don't drink it hot, it's supposed to be iced. I think you'll like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used honestly, like, I'm such a snob when it comes to my resin, like, I once I found Resin Rockers, I just stopped using anything else because it was that great. And I tried a bunch of resins at first, but that's the best one. in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Oh, cat hair. Got it. Got it. Oh, I have to wash my hair tonight. Yeah. I hate hair washing night because well, I just hate blow drying my hair. I don't mind washing my hair. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because what's the other brand? There's one at Hobby Lobby. It's called um oh, Alumilite. Man, is that stinky. Whew. Like it's not like nail polish remover stinky, it's like musty stinky. And that shit, like that's what caused my sister's contact dermatitis because she used that for a while when she first started tumblers. Um, but I know a ton of people that also had that same experience. So as soon as she started like having a reaction to it, I was like, okay, I'm not using this anymore. And I have not used it since. But it's interesting, like, cause like not everybody will react, you know? It's just some people are unlucky. Some people have used resin for years and years and years without any issues, and then other people have used it and they like react within a couple months. It's just everyone's different. That's why you're supposed to wear gloves and, your proper PPE and try and limit your exposure. That's why whenever I cure things, I put them in airtight containers. Um, I should probably wear a mask. I do not. That's my choice. Maybe I'll kick myself later for it, but I try and wear long sleeves. I wear my gloves, all that stuff. Oh yeah. Well, they've definitely just taken a lot of things out of their store in like the recent years. I was there yesterday and Scott was like, or I was like, "Damn, what is this store? There's a whole ton of lobby and not a lot of hobby." It's kind of annoying actually, which we knew that was going to happen, but still, I can still complain about it if I want. I want to get this done. I know it's midnight, but I want to finish. I want to finish it so I can wipe the guidelines off tomorrow. I know. And I didn't even like really walk around too much. I just kind of went straight to like what I knew I needed and left. Because we weren't supposed to go to Hobby Lobby. He just went a back way home and there was a ton of traffic and someone didn't let him over. So basically, we were just going straight towards Hobby Lobby. He goes, "You need anything?" And I said, "Actually, I actually do." Now that you mention it, yes. Oh, good. Yeah, you always want to try and remember to do that. Otherwise, you'll be not so happy with yourself. The blue is turquoise. The light blue, turquoise. The dark blue, Royal Navy. Mm-hmm. This is I feel like a version of a color palette that you guys will suggest pretty often, and I don't always do it, but I wanted to. So, well, they just changed my store up, but they should be near like the glass vases and containers and stuff, but I happened to find these originally. Um, they were in like one of their floral aisles, but then I needed more and I went over towards like the glass area and there's a whole shelf of like terracotta pots and stuff like that. Am I frozen? I don't think so. Yeah. Did that help? I hope so. Yes, good night. Have a wonderful night, Sue. Oh, really? Wow. You are good at not giving in to the urge to go shopping, huh? We got a new Michaels over here last year and it was wonderful. I mean, Scott wasn't super enthused about it, but I was. Well, I kind of was. I've always been Hobby Lobby first, but it was Hobby Lobby, then Joann, then Michaels. Because I just, Michaels is expensive. But the more that you buy from Michaels, the more coupons that they give you. So it's actually not too terrible, especially if you buy things like on sale. In fact, sometimes I prefer to not get things on sale because you get a coupon that's like 35% off, and you're like, yes. But you can only use it on things that are not on sale. All right, so this one, I'll take the guidelines off. I don't know what color I'm gonna do the edge, but like usually something to match. Like that was this. I love this one. I did this one last night watching Survivor. And then also this one. This one was fun. This is definitely a color palette that you don't see me using, but I had it for something. Was it VIP? I had a color palette strip, so I needed it for something. Um, and then these were the two original ones, which of course, beautiful. So those four are ready for resin. I have to do some coasters, so maybe I'll do some resin in a day or so. But I will take the guidelines off of this tomorrow, finish it up. Um, what do you mean? I just took my pigment and I just painted it. That's all. And then I clear coated it. That's all. Just my pigments over a black base. I didn't do the bottom. Like I guess I could have completely painted it first, but I just kind of did some edge accents to it. I thought it was pretty. Okay, so tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. It's Friday, Friday. That means I will be on at 9:30 Eastern over on TikTok. So I'll see you guys over on TikTok on Friday. Saturday's VIP during the day, so I won't see you guys on TikTok during the daytime, but I'll see you guys also at night. Basically, TikTok Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So for the next few days, we'll be over on TikTok. So I will see you guys over there. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. and I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, I do. They're not up on my website right now, but eventually they will be once I finish them and everything. Yeah. I have some smaller trinket dishes on my website that I painted not recently, but like recent-ish within the last couple years. But yeah, these are the first ones I've painted in a couple years, so they'll be posted eventually. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Good night.